Hello, I am Mani Malarvannan. In this video, we will look into the evolution of digital marketing from third-party cookies to crypto wallets in the Web3. We will see what are all the pros and cons of using Web2 cookies and how we can transition from cookies to wallets. What are the tools and technologies we need to use in the Web3 era so that the marketing agency can start using the wallet-based marketing instead of cookies. See, the main purpose of Web2 cookies is to identify the user's preferences, user's website they visited. All those informations are all collected by many different companies. It is invented during the internet era, during late 1990 and early 2000. Uh, Netscape, the browser, introduced that cookies. Basically, they will create a file identifying whenever you go to a website, they'll put a file on your device. It could be your desktop, laptop, or whatever device you are using to browse the website. They'll create a small file, and then using that file, they'll identify, they will track what are all the different websites you are going, what are all the different news articles, blogs you are reading, and they will collect all the informations and they'll slowly build a profile so that they can show advertisement based on your browsing preferences. Say, for example, if you are going to a website to buy some groceries, then the next time you go to a different website, they will show groceries based advertisements on that website. There are a lot of those technologies they created during 1990, late 1990s and early 2000 to create and understand user behavior. During this time, there were a lot of issues created because a lot of customers and consumer groups started complaining that the marketing agencies start collecting these informations without users knowledge. You wouldn't even know that the cookie is written into your device when you browse a website. So a lot of those informations they collect, they can also start selling to other companies making money. And there are a lot of activist groups created to avoid that. uh, in the recent days, there are a lot of laws created to avoid those, and the marketing agencies started looking into different technologies to identify and target the audiences. So as I said early, the 1990s, the time the web internet started and people started using browsers. The Netscape was the first browser created that started using cookies to identify users' browsing history and understanding what are all the different sites they are using. And then in early 2000, when Google started becoming popular, Google created a massive platform, technological platform to understand all the users using going to different websites, different music sites, understanding each and individual users' browsers preferences, and they collecting and building user profile based on users browsing preferences. So they were using that information to target advertisements, and they were selling their advertisement to various companies to advertise based on users browsing preferences. And during that time, in the last 5 to 6 years, there are a lot of rules and regulations passed by governments. For example, the GDPR passed by the Europe Union, and then the CCPA passed by the California state government. They restrict companies creating third-party cookies. Without users' knowledge, no company can create a cookie and start collecting the users' browsing preferences. So all this information, all these laws created to protect users' rights, so that without users' consent, no company can able to target, collect data from the user's browsing behavior and try to show advertisements. So this put a lot of issues for the marketing agencies. Without the cookies, it is very difficult to target the audience and understand what type of customer they are and what type of advertisements to show to these customers. Say, for example, without knowing you, whether you like hamburgers versus some other food, they can't show what exactly you will be interested in eating. So companies started creating different tools and technologies to identify how to capture user behavior with their concern based on these laws, and then try to create different technologies. So Google also decided to phase out the third-party cookies from all their websites, so that they need to comply. Otherwise, it would be a problem for any company to use the cookies without users' consent. And then they also started creating new technologies they call the first-party data. Instead of putting a file called a cookie anonymously on your website, now they started asking these questions, and then they need to first get the concerns from the people, those who are visiting Google's products. Say, for example, if you are using Google Map, you cannot directly use Google Map. You could use, but most of the time people will register, log in, and then during that time they need to concern that the Google company is collecting the informations based on your driving directions. Google collects what are the different places you are going, and then they use that information to show advertisements for you. See, all this data, they are not collecting anonymously. The users needs to give permission for this Google or for any companies to collect this information. So all these new technologies started popping up, and marketing companies are slowly adapting to these new technologies. But still, there is a long way to go. There are a lot of issues in identifying user behavior, but that's what the trend is towards, going towards obeying the laws and trying to uh, tell the customer they are collecting the data. If the customer is not interested, they can opt out of the campaign. They don't have to register to the website, Google or any other website, to use their products. You can use Google products without registering. Say, for example, if you are using Google search, you don't have to register. You can just go and use the Google tool to search any information you want, and then move on to a different site. But there are a lot of users, they give the customized searching capabilities once you log in and register. And now the companies are started doing that type of technologies, and then they use that information to advertise. And also there are strict laws that they cannot sell their collected data to other companies. So there are a lot of restrictions put place, and companies are started following those rules and regulations. And this creates a lot of challenges for the marketing. Without the cookies, it's very difficult to identify the user behavior and identify what exactly the user's interests are, and what advertisements, banner advertisements, or any other types of advertisements you need to show to the users. So the companies, the marketing companies, and other companies needs to come up with the alternative methods and technologies to identify user behavior by obeying the laws. All type of regulations are created, and all marketing companies needs to obey the laws to collect user informations. And then from the Web 2, in the last 6, 7 years, Web 3 technology started getting popular. One of the popular technologies, the crypto wallets. See, basically, if anybody wants to interact with any Web 3 platforms, whether it's a decentralized application or buying NFT token, you need to have a wallet. So these wallets are all public addresses. It's basically you need to have a public address. First, if you want to create a wallet, let me explain the wallet creation process. You need to go and use a MetaMask. If you are using a desktop, then you need to download the MetaMask plugin for your browser. Or if you are using any other decentralized application, say for example Coinbase, then you need to download the Coinbase wallet. So once you download a Coin wallet, you need to register by giving your email and other informations, and then they will create a public key and then a private key and then the seed phrase. The seed phrase is basically you only need to know. If you forgot your password, then you can use the seed phrase to log in again and then retrieve your public key. Without your public key and private key, you cannot use the decentralized applications. The public key is anybody can use it. That is your name. That is similar to your name, like everybody knows your name. And then the private key is something similar to your social security number. Nobody knows, only you know. So using the technology, cryptographic technologies, you can able to use the public key to do whatever you want to do in the decentralized application. Say, for example, if you want to buy a NFT token, or if you want to do any other transactions, then you can use the public key to do the transaction. So all the transactions and everything will be stored in the blockchain, and your private key, you only know the private key. If somebody goes to the blockchain, they know your public key. They don't know who's the owner of the public key unless you explicitly tell the public key to Twitter or in X or whatever your friends. Nobody knows that you own the public key. So all your informations and everything are all private to yourself. Whatever transaction you do in the blockchain, all those transactions are all recorded. And if somebody wants to go, they can go and identify, okay, this particular public key has made a 10 purchases, NFT purchases. They don't know who the user is. They don't know any other information, where you live, what other things you did. They all know that this public key, public address has 10 NFT tokens. That's all they know. So using that information, marketing agencies can nowadays can target advertisements based on this public information available on the blockchain. The main difference between these wallets and cookies are the cookies are anonymous files that are created by the marketing companies or technology companies to put in their website. And as we discussed earlier, none of the companies will be continue to do that because they will be violating various laws. So that's not advisable for marketing companies to concentrate on cookies. Instead, they need to move to alternate technologies within Web 2. And then in the new Web 3 world, they can start using the wallet based marketing. So once you have a public address for your wallet, then you can go to a blockchain and identify all the informations about that blockchain without knowing the physical location, without knowing the person who's the owner of the public address. So once you have that information, you know this public address owns 10 different NFT tokens. And then these are all different types of NFT tokens that might be a token based on particular interest, or you can also create a loyalty based on the public address. You can say that whoever owns this 10 NFT tokens, they will get a, loyalty bonus points. You can create all this type of marketing campaigns based on the wallets. So you are not violating any laws and you are not exposing any of the customer informations to anybody, because all the public information is available in blockchain and you are using that for your marketing purposes. So this is fundamentally different from the cookie based approach. In the wallet based approach, the user owns all the information. You don't own anything. And all whatever information it is available in the public chain, that is open to everybody to go and read it. All the informations what you collect from the public blockchains, nobody knows who is the actual owner of the transaction. All you know is that this particular public address has 5 NFT tokens or 10 NFT tokens. That's all you know. And you can able to do the marketing without violating any of the laws, either in Europe or California or for any other countries. So this gives a lot of opportunities for marketing agencies to target customers based on their wallet preferences and wallet tokens they have in their wallets. So the main benefit of wallet-based marketing is you in the real time you can understand what are all the different tokens they purchased, what are all the different transactions they performed on a blockchain. Say for example, you identified a wallet address, and if you want to know if your customer purchases NFT token, immediately you can know that this particular wallet address purchased a NFT token, or a customer transfers the NFT token from their wallet to their friend's wallet, then you know that information instantly, because all those transactions are all registered in a public ledger, that's blockchain. Then you can go to the blockchain and retrieve that information, and you can able to use that information for your marketing purposes. If some customer is purchasing a game-based token, then you know that that particular customer is interested in games. There could be hundreds of different games. Within that, you can identify what are all the different games they are interested and what are the different times they are interacting with the blockchain. And you can able to start your marketing campaign based on that information, and you can able to target the customers based on that information you collect in real time. There are a lot of Web3 analytic tools are available for you to do this type of marketing based on the wallet addresses that you collect. Another important concept is the transaction cost. The blockchain, if you are trying to interact with any blockchain, then you need to pay a transaction fee. If you are purchasing a NFT token, you have to pay the NFT token cost, and also to register that you are the owner of the NFT, that transaction needs to be created in the blockchain. For that, you have to pay cost for the transaction. So during a day in 24 hours, the transaction cost would be more during the morning time, peak time, and it will be less during the evening times based on where you are. Say, for example, if you are in North America, most of the transaction happens from North America and Europe, then obviously during the morning time, the transaction cost will be more. So you need to understand and identify based on individual customer when the transaction cost is more, when the transaction cost is less, so that you can able to perform the marketing to identify the optimal time. So all those informations you can able to collect the transaction timing, transaction cost from the blockchain. Say for example, Ethereum blockchain, if you are targeting customers for Ethereum blockchain, you can go to the Ethereum blockchain and collect the transaction informations and create a graph of one particular user based on their public wallet address, and then say that every day they are doing the transaction only during the night time, and then based on where they live. So based on where they live, that information will help you to start the marketing campaign, and during that time, during their non-peak times, you can send a mass email, or you can send a personalized email for that one particular customer, saying that what are all the different marketing items if you want to sell, if you want to influence, you can able to do that during that time. And another thing is exploring the layer 2 solutions. Within the blockchain ecosystem, there are several different layers available. The layer 0 or layer 1 is the actual blockchain where all the transaction occurs and it will be stored. To do the transaction on the layer 1 is expensive. So there are a lot of new technologies created around the blockchain layer 1. On top of it, there are layer 2 blockchain. In the layer 2 blockchain, the transaction cost is much lower than in the layer 1 transaction cost. So you can able to target customers for that layer 2 solutions for your marketing campaigns to attract more users coming to your website or whatever the marketing campaign you want to create. I have created so many videos in our Analytic Kit channel. If you have any questions or concerns, you can go and see those videos, how to create marketing campaign, what are the different tools and graphs you can use to attract your customers. The main purpose of the wallet-based marketing is the privacy. As I said earlier, there are pseudo-anonymity and anonymity in Web3 is very critical. Based on the public blockchain address is it be just a numbers, it's a random numbers and nobody knows, it's not a name. You cannot identify where the person is living. You cannot know anything about that information. It is just a public key associated with that user, and then you can see the public key if you go to the blockchain. So you are not violating any of the user's privacy. You are not creating a profile based on without their knowledge. So whatever information that is available in the public blockchain, you are collecting that information and you are creating a profile and you are using your marketing tools to target those customers. So that's a critical aspect of wallet-based marketing. You are not violating any of the agreements or laws created by various government entities. And another important point is the first party data. Within the Web 2, now we talked about the Web 3 side. Within the Web 2 side, you still need to have tools. Even though there are a decentralized application, there's a blockchain exists. People still use the browser to visit your website, and they start interacting with the decentralized application uh, through your website. So you still need to collect the informations about when they came, where they are coming from, how much time they stayed on your website. For all those informations, you can able to collect based on the first party data technologies. So the first party data is basically, it is not anonymous. You are upfront telling your customers that you are collecting all these informations. Whenever they are coming to your website and registering your website, you are providing this information, say we will be collecting all these informations and we are not selling to anybody, and we are not doing anything else with your data, and they can able to delete the data whenever they want to do it. See, that's one of the main requirement from the uh, government entities, that if the user doesn't want, they should be able to delete the data from your computer, from wherever you are storing the data. You should allow the user to delete it completely, so that you are not violating users privacy, and also you are not violating the laws that are created by various government entities. So the first party technology is also getting popular, and you need to use the first party data and in from the web 2 side, and also the blockchain data from the web 3 side, to collect those, and you should be able to find and create profile for your various customers to target marketing, so that you can able to attract more customers coming into websites. For all those, you need to have web 2 analytics and web 3 analytical tools, that you can able to collect it, and you can able to use various graphs to understand user behavior. So again, there are a lot of videos in our channel. Please go and see. There are several different web 2 tools are there and web 3 tools are there, and how you can use those tools for your marketing agencies to attract more customers. So the future of digital marketing is coming in the intersection of AI, blockchain, and the Web 2. All are going to play a very critical role sooner than later. In fact, it's already started playing. Uh, the AI is, as you all know, the AI is getting popular because of ChatGPT. There are more marketing tools are available. Once you collect the Web2 data, first party data, and then the blockchain data, you can able to collect and collate this data, and you can use ChatGPT style question and answer session technologies. You can ask, okay, show me out of all my customers, show me my top 10 customers, give me informations about my top 10 wallet blockchain addresses that I need to consolidate for my marketing campaign. Or you can able to say, show me all the users, those who haven't visited my Web2 platform in the last 15 days or in the last 10 days. And you can able to create a mass email campaign to send an automatic email for them. You can tell your ChatGPT type marketing tool to send the email campaign for all the users, those who haven't visited your website in the last 10 days. You can engage them more using the AI tools and blockchain technologies to attract the customers. And all those, the data that you collect and the ongoing data you collect on a regular basis, you are not violating any of the government entities laws, and also you are not violating any of the individual users privacy. So that's the main purpose, that's the main goal in the future digital marketing. If you violate, as you know, there will be a lot of consequences. There will be a lot of fines you have to pay to the government entities. So none of the marketing agencies uh, can use these tools without by not violating. They should be able to use the tools without violating the users privacy laws. So one way or the other, the blockchain technologies in the Web3 is getting popular, and more customers are coming. The Web3 is not going anywhere. It is going to stay here. As you all know, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and there are other blockchain technologies are coming on a regular basis. There are new technologies are coming. So the one way or the other, customers will start embracing the Web3 technologies, and your marketing agency should be ready to tackle those by using proper analytical tools uh, for them to do their regular marketing without violating any of the laws, and also making sure that your customers are aware of the data that you collect. You need to have a full-blown suite of technology tools for you to understand and identify to do your regular marketing campaigns, both on the Web2 side and on the Web3 side. So that's all I want to discuss in this video. If you have any questions or comments, please let us know. And we have both Web2 and Web3 tools we provide. If you go to analytickit.com, you can find more information about our tools. And if you want to access our Analytickit platform, both Web2 tools and Web3 tools, you can go to dpa.analytickit.com. You can able to access it. And lastly, please subscribe to this channel and help us grow. Thank you. Appreciate your time. Bye.